Hello world, Shelly here, and today I've got my most reached for makeup of 2024, my favorites of the year. Happy New Year, happy 2025, here's to more fantastic makeup coming out this year. But let's look back on some of the things that made their way into my life in 2024 that I love dearly. First, I will shout out the return of Science Serum Tight Eye. I know it sounds like I'm saying tie-dye. Tight eye. This is one of my old bottles in the old packaging because I forgot to grab it from my bathroom, my new one, but welcome back, tie-dye. I need you in my life. It is a product designed to smooth out the lines under your eyes and keep everything fresh and firm, but I also use it above my eyes on the hoods of my lids, and I just got a piece of cat hair. Thank you, Ziva. As I just brought her into the room, and she's already causing trouble. Can you hear her? This is gonna be trouble. It's gonna be trouble. Now she's at the door trying to get out. Nope, we're not playing that game. But I use Tight Eye on the hoods of my lids as well because it helps to keep this droopy outer corner from being as droopy, which helps make it easier to do my eye makeup. And welcome back. I'm so glad you're back, Science Serum. I appreciate you. Next, let's talk eyeshadow, and I feel like there just haven't been a ton of eyeshadow releases, which bums me out because it's one of my favorite things ever. And I have to shout out I don't think this came out this year. I think this came out the year before. What's Up Beauty, the Dragon Eye palette. This is my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette of my whole life. I have a backup that I've already purchased that because I'm nearing pan on a couple of these shades. But this is my favorite eyeshadow palette ever. It is kind of my default that I just wear if I don't want to think about what I'm going to wear because I know it works and I can use anything in the palette and it's fantastic no matter how I combine it. It's easy, it's beautiful. I love it so much. That wasn't a discovery this year. I think this was last year, but that's kind of what it has to live up to. Now, the one I've reached for the most since I got it in 2024... Alter Ego Mist Haven. This is one of the dupes of a Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette, which I cannot wear the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes because something in them irritates my eyes. But it is just your nice smoky eye kind of a palette. And it's what I'm wearing today. And it's another one that I can just use and not think about. I usually go for it when I want a more grungy eye look, which is very often what I'm going for. I love that eyeshadow palette. There haven't been a ton of eyeshadow releases. Alter Ego put out quite a few this year, and I loved them all. But yeah, there haven't been a ton. The Natasha Denona My Dream palette is nice, but it's a little warmer than the things I normally wear. Yeah, I was kind of looking through. Roxa came out this year, didn't it? Yeah, I like this one. I mean, I do like Natasha Denona palettes, but I mean, even this didn't like blow my mind, and like I don't wear it all that often. One of those things that like, yeah, nothing blew my mind. This I wear Mist Haven a ton, and I wear Dragon Eye a ton. Let's talk lip. You are going to not be at all surprised because hands down, my favorite is the Lawless Forget the Filler lip glosses. They have a ton of different shades now. And this one is Pink Daisy. This one just came out. It's a cross between Velvet and... No, this one's just called Daisy. It's a cross between... No, that's Velvet. I need Sherlock. I can't remember the name. It's a cross between Velvet and Pink Daisy. Velvet Daisy is the name of this one. And it's perfect. It's pink with that little touch of like mauvey purple in it. It's what I'm wearing today. I love their glosses. I also absolutely love their lip mask. It's the Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. I wear it during the day as well. I talked about this in my favorite winter lip mask balm product video. They just make really good lip products, and my lips love them. They don't dry me out. They're not too tingly. Like the plumping gloss is not burning my face off or anything, but it is giving a nice plumped, juicy look. It wears well over lipstick. It wears well over lip liner. It wears well on its own. It's a pretty long wearing for a lip gloss as far as like you can drink and eat with it. It's not obviously going to stay in place the whole time. You will get transfer onto your beverage of choice, but it does hold up better than most glosses do. Caffeine, thank you very much. Yeah, love it. Mascara, let's throw some mascara in the mix. Another one that I love Lawless for. I tried a ton of mascara this year, and there were some good ones, but the two that I kept reaching for, three actually, I'm going to call out three, that I've reached for, because I keep them right in front of me because I wear them every single day. It's pretty much going to be one of these. It's either the What's Up Beauty Watch Me Mascara, the Polite Society, what is the name of this one? Greatest Lashes of All Time, or the one I had to repurchase because even though I love these, I was missing this in my life once it had dried out and wore out. It's the Lawless One and Done Mascara. These three have just been the ones I reach for all the time. Now, I do have a lower lash line favorite that I am out of that I need to repurchase, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Zero Smudge that I usually use on my lower lashes. So I have not been wearing lower lash mascara because that's the only one on the planet that doesn't ever, ever, ever smudge under my eyes. I need to get another one. I haven't done that yet, but these are my three go-tos for this year, and I'm pretty sure that at least these two came out in 2024. Not sure if One and Done was 2024 or the year before, but they're fairly new anyway. Do I give an honorable mention to the Huda Beauty One Coat Wow? Maybe. Another cat hair. I have been wearing it. I picked up Ziva earlier, and she was close to my face, and I'm sure I got cat hair all over myself. It's close. It's close. I have heard that this is kind of a love it or hate it mascara. It works well for me. It doesn't flake or anything, and it really can be a one coat look. I wear it mostly when I'm doing a no makeup kind of a thing. It's not quite as voluminous enough for my taste for every day, but I have worn it quite a bit. We'll throw it in there as an honorable mention. All right, what do we got else on the list? I'm going to toot my own horn for a minute. You know I love my Bakuchiol cream. I use it as moisturizer and as makeup primer. I now have two versions of it, the original unscented version and one that has rosehip oil, so it's barely got a tiny hint of a floral scent. Some people say they can't even smell it, but it just neutralizes the sort of generic cardboard scent of the original. I call it cardboard. I don't know what. Most people just say it smells neutral. But there is a rosehip version, which is the one I'm working myself through right now. I formulated two things this year that are just my absolute favorite things that, well, they're skincare. Sorry, I'm teasing you. I'm going to have a separate skincare video. But I wear my Bakuchiol cream as primer. I'll talk about those two formulated things that are my favorite things I've made in the skincare video, but this is the OG. My Bakuchiol cream is the OG. It's one of the first skincare things I formulated, and it's funny because I was so new to the process that I feel like, you know, the first thing, am I ever going to do anything as good as that again? I don't know. But it is one of my favorite things that I've ever done. Let's talk blush, bronzer, highlight. This blush was not 2024. I'm pretty sure it was 2023 because I've been wearing it for like a year and a half now. It is the Lawless. Their blush, what do they call it? The Make Me Blush Talc Free Velvet Blush. The shade Juicy Watermelon, or maybe it's just Watermelon. Just Watermelon it says in here. I could have swore it was Juicy Watermelon. Maybe that's just the name of the lip gloss. I don't know. But this one's my favorite. It's so wrecked at this point. I've got like hard pan situation happening, and I've got like chunks of it that I jabbed out with my finger accidentally. Like, it's my favorite blush. It is what I'm wearing today. I keep coming back to it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Maybe it's because it's the shade, but it's a formula that is never patchy. It's always pretty, easy to use. Now they do have a couple cream blushes, and I did wear them a lot. But I don't wear cream blushes as often. But I do love this cherry shade. Cheeky, not cherry. Yeah, but anyway. The watermelon shade, if you like a nice pink blush, it's just my favorite. It's just, I can't stop wearing it. Now I will say, some honorable mention, I like the formula of the What's Up Beauty Cheek Terre. The two that I've been wearing are this one, which is the Serene Sienna, the pink one, and then the Roma, Relaxed Roma. Now, I've worn these two a bunch. They're fairly new. They came out this past couple months. I did a whole video with swatches and everything if you want to see, but I do wear them a lot since they came out, but just not as much as I wear the Lawless blush. It's my favorite. Bronzer, I will say, I have two favorites. Now, the one favorite that you know has been a favorite for years is the Balm Desert. And the reason it's my favorite is because it is a red undertone bronzer. When fair skin gets sun exposure, which is kind of what you're trying to mimic with bronzer, that you're like sun-kissed, you've been out in the sun for a while, our skin doesn't typically get tan or bronze. It gets red. So while we're not going to paint our faces with red, typically, you do want something that is an undertone that is what your skin would naturally do. And if you're really fair-skinned and you don't tan like me and you just burn, your skin would get red. So a red undertone bronzer tends to be the most flattering, and Balm Desert is a red undertone bronzer. It's one of the very few out there. But I found another one, and it's from What's Up Beauty, and it's the Cheek Terre, and it is their deep shade. Now, of course, this is intended for deeper skin tones, but if you use it with a really light hand, it is a beautiful red undertoned bronzer. You have to use it with a light hand because this one was designed for deep skin tones, and I'm using it because of its undertone, not because it was designed for my skin tone, but it's beautiful. So that I did find in 2024, and I will say I've been wearing it quite a bit. It's been my default in place of the Balm Desert. Now, the Balm Desert still is a little bit more red, and it's a little easier to apply because it's not like you don't have to go as light with it, so you don't have to be as careful. However, I do like the What's Up Beauty. It is beautiful. Highlight. I have one favorite from the year, and it is also What's Up Beauty. It's the Serengeti highlighter. Oh, it's so pretty. There's two different shades of it. I've got Wild Acacia, the lighter of the two shades. Oh, I'm going to get way too much. There you go. Way too much light from my lighting setup. Hopefully you can see it. The poor cheetah's face is almost gone from my brush, but they donated a portion of the proceeds from this collection to wildlife conservation, and that is awesome. This highlight is just beautiful, and I usually blend, as you can kind of tell where my brush has been, a little of the pink, a little bit of the light, and it's just really pretty. And when you blur it out, it just gives, like, see that little sheen? I'm not wearing it today because I didn't put any highlight on today. Why did I not put highlight on? Should I put some highlight on? Where's my highlighter brush? I can't find it. Wow, really, where is my highlighter brush? Well, am I not going to be able to put any highlight on? Okay, I see a brush I can use. It's not my usual highlighter brush. It's an AOA Studio brush, but let's put a little highlight on, shall we? Oh, do you see how pretty that is? It's so pretty. So pretty. And it's just easy. It's just easy. Yes. Yes, please, thank you. Favorite. I still love a bling and highlight. I don't care if it's trendy or not. Just don't care. I love it. Next up, let's talk powders. I don't powder my foundation very often, but there are two powders that came out this year that have made me question my life choices. I'm actually going to pull both of these out. I only pulled one out. The one I wear the most, Jones Road loose powder, and maybe this is ironic, I use the pink one. It's for fair skin. It doesn't make you look pink. It's just nicely brightening for fair skin. And again, I think it's because, you know, our natural tone you know, if we look glowy, healthy, we probably have a little bit of a flush to our skin. So the pink kind of helps that. But they also have a translucent one. Oh, it's kind of stuck in my, it's stuck in my drawer. I can't get it out. I had lost these. I thought I lost them. I couldn't figure out where they went. And I'm like, I know I put them somewhere where I would know where they were. Yeah, guess where I put them? I couldn't find them for months. Guess where they were? In my powder drawer where they're supposed to be. Why would I look there? I mean, anyway. Translucent, pink. I wear the pink one a lot more often. But they do make a translucent one as well, and it's lovely. Does not dry out my skin, does not make my foundation look cakey. I think it's just because it's finely milled enough that it is not caking up and it's not getting stuck to your foundation and it's not doing anything strange. I love it. It made me wear powder again. When I want just a little bit more smoothing out of a foundation, I will put this on. If I need to settle down some tackiness, I'll put this on. It's just really nice. There's another powder that came out, and it's actually a powder foundation. And I can wear it as foundation, which is pretty rare because it's a powder, and they typically look dry as heck on me. This one does not look dry as heck on me, although I don't like wearing powder foundations. I prefer liquid foundations or a stick foundation, but I do like it as setting foundation, again, when I want just a little more blur or a little tone down of a little too much dewiness. And that is the Natasha Denona High Glam. It's a powder foundation, but I love it as a setting powder as well. But like I said, I can actually get away with wearing it as a foundation. The little brush or sponge compartment is under there, and I'm almost positive you can buy refills for this. If I'm not mistaken, this is a refillable compact. I think it is, which I also enjoy. I'll probably never use it all up in order to have to refill it, but I'm glad it's an option. The last thing on my list, no, a couple things. Let's talk brows quickly. The two brow products I reach for the most. e.l.f. Brow Lift. I'm going to call this one my favorite. Maybelline Super Lock. I really like that I don't need to get out a separate spoolie, like it's built into the brush. And the only downside of Super Lock is if I use too much, it makes my brows white, and that's annoying. So just make sure you're not using too much product. Wipe it off before, get it off the spoolie before you run it through your brows, or run it through your brows real quick and then switch to a clean spoolie so you're not continually adding more product, because it does kind of turn white and pasty looking if you do use too much. I think the e.l.f. could probably do that too, but it doesn't usually on me. I just don't have that experience with it, really. The e.l.f., long ago, I put this side by side with my former favorite, the Brow Freeze from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and they performed identically. So the e.l.f. has been my winner ever since, and those have been the two that I've reached for the most. I mean, I could honorable mention if I want color in my brows. My favorite is the Lawless, what the heck is it called? Hold Up Soft Set Creamy Brow Wax. But I need to use it in conjunction with one of the others for the hold that I want. The Jones Road Brow Gel is also really nice, but again, I have to use it in conjunction with one of those other two to get the hold that I want. But they're very nice for when I want to have a little bolder color to my brows. And last but not least, I have to mention foundation. Now, I do have a whole video of my favorite foundations of 2024, but I will give out the shout out to the one that stole my heart this year. Ritual Day Fee, the 3-drop foundation and the Soft Sorcery concealer. This got me into wearing concealer again on a regular basis, and that is kind of unheard of, because why would I when I can get away with using my foundation? But it's so nice. And the skincare ingredients, now I can't speak to how much the skincare ingredients are helping versus the fact that I do have a very regular routine skincare process that I go through with skincare products. But I will say it's definitely not hurting, and my under eyes have been smooth and not dry and not crepey. And this is a beautiful concealer. This foundation, it's the 3-drop foundation, and literally a drop, and a drop covers my whole face. It blows my mind. It's super lightweight, like very, very liquidy, but the super lightweight formulas often have a lot of alcohol and it dries me out. This does not dry me out at all, and it's got a beautiful satin finish, and the coverage is nice and medium. You can build it up to almost full. It is beautiful, and it's so lightweight you can't even feel it on the skin. I love this stuff. This stuff has been just... This brand has kind of blown me away this year. I enjoy a lot of things. I will say the other thing I like of theirs that is not necessarily makeup, it's the Thorn Oil. And I didn't get it out. And now, watch, I'm not going to be able to find it because where did I put it? It's not where I thought it was. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to find it. Don't know where it is, but it's wonderful. I'm not wearing it today because I couldn't find it because it's not out on my vanity now. It's probably here and it's just a mess, but I love the Thorn Oil as well. Their other cream concealer is also very nice. Yeah, but this, oof, Soft Sorcery and the 3-drop, you just can't beat that. It's like so good. Jones Road Miracle Balm. I'm going to give a shout out to them. I keep a couple shades at the ready right behind me so I can grab them quickly. It is my no makeup go-to. The WTF foundation is also really good. It's not for everybody. Some people find it to be too tacky or too emollient. But if you have really dry skin like I do, it is really like a drink of water for your face. And I think, yep, I think that's all the things. Those are my favorites. Those are the best of 2024. Of the things that I have tried, those are what I reach for the most often. I have a separate video on foundations. I'm going to do one on skincare as well, my favorites of 2024. So keep your eyes peeled for those. I don't know if they're going to be before or after this video, but they will be coming if they have not come already. What were your favorites of this past year? Let me know in the comments. What did I miss? What do I need to try? And I would love, if you do share anything that's like foundation, tell us what kind of, dry, combo, normal, oily, what's your skin type, what's your main concerns, and what's working for those concerns. Because the more information we have, the better. Eyeshadow palettes, what did I miss? I feel like was this year really as boring as I feel like it was? Like, there just weren't that many that blew my mind. Are they not making eyeshadows anymore? I love eyeshadow. Eyeshadow's my favorite. Yeah, let me know what I missed down in the comments. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.